Every time I try to search your game, it like signs me out of EA Sports. Then I have to sign back on. Can you hear me, Jordan?
I hear you.
Okay. What's going on, y'all? Duke Man Gaming is in the house. We got a guest appearance. Goddamn, I got my dog, B-Dog, in this motherfucker.
Hella guest appearance. Oop, I got it.
Hey, you talking about?
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Now ready to get this one started, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I don't know who he got on the Saints team. This is a fantasy draft, so this is not the real rosters. It's the real players, but not in the real teams. We all drafted everybody. I got Jalen Hurts.
You see me invite the league already?
Not yet. I do that at the beginning.
They'll start by running the option to the right, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again,
you
throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Appreciate the love, man. Duke Man finna go crazy, dog.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Beat all the fuck, go.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive
shit,
front
I'm
on
fucking
reps
playing
like
this Smite.
those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down, back to Sanders. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early. Running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Who you playing with his name?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that.
If Buddy was drafted, then he just ended up quitting in the middle of the draft. I guess he had to go this road.
What was his name? I don't know. Mason?
Yeah, ball hawk.
2nd and 10.
He ain't no Army dude.
Oh, okay.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. This crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. And this one is incomplete.
That was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice.
Is that Mason drafted this team and then quit?
Yeah.
Incomplete pass.
Man, he's a faggot, bro.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and
What do you say? He just left the league?
Now Murray.
He's a gay boy. He don't get no dupe. He said he thought he got a girl pregnant like one time in high school and ain't fucked a bitch since.
Down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 37.
Granny.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Murray now on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them.
Good hit, baby.
You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Play fake. Murray. He's got his tight end Fant. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 18. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's got
played him back, and they still.
touchdown, Saints.
Oh, they can't stop that route.
Corey Davis, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, and they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Parkey adds the extra point.
You gotta turn up, man. You don't get these boys slow.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Here's Cannon on the return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right
This
around
nigga
where
jumped
he
in
would
that
have
shit,
been, and
bro.
he gone down to a knee. Maybe
What the
yard
fuck,
shy of there
bro?
at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Throwing is Hurts. Able to find Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And some room to work. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
I tried to pick the nigga up, bro.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0.
Yeah, sorry ass kid on this, so I don't know what the fuck was nothing with that.
This shit, yo. Let's get these niggas.
Second down at 4. Off the option, here's Akers. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
They did it,
Not
man.
at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Ingram pulls it in.
There we go, baby.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Akers again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And this time he breaks
end zone, Hurts.
He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
We gotta get a stop on this drive, man.
Should have taken a knee as he only gets
Hey,
this out
we
to
gotta
the
get a stop.
16-yard line.
That nigga you playing nice?
He pretty straight. He got he like throw them little post corner routes.
Oh yeah. Same old Madden nigga.
You just gotta be ready when he throw it.
The Saints
Right.
offense
He
on the
got Colin
field ready
Bird,
to
so
get
he's
their
scrambling
drive
inside
started.
there.
And Charles, nothing like squaring
Oh.
off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early
Nigga got
matchup.
fucked up right behind me, bro.
First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Murray now on 1st down.
Oh, give me that pick, baby. Hey, Mo. Give me that pick, man. That pick 6, baby. You ain't catching Adrian Amos. Give me that end run, baby. Fly, Falcon. Fly, baby. Fly, baby. Fly.
Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clip from behind, block someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but
That's
haven't
good.
improved.
Other than the dude.
So what was the
Oh,
problem?
there
We
you
got
go.
them down there the first time. Get
We
back to something
finally
close to
started
that,
now.
and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Sanders here as they run for the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Play action. Now it's Murray.
There we go, baby.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
There we go, baby.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was jogging on the spot on that one.
A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
This shit we need in a minute.
Nothing comes of this last
How you in the half, baby?
points as time will run out on
Okay.
this first
Here
half.
we go, Falcons.
So we
Here
reach
we go.
halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We need some street vibes going on there. We need some street vibes.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We'll get it. The second half, baby. We'll get it.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to you. And not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Fan. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. An option handoff given to Sanders. Down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 39, Murray. The Sanders has got it complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down, Murray. Going for it all.
Man, go ahead and click on the dude. You could have picked that
First
up.
down, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
What are you going to do? You can sit there and hold it.
It's a second down run with Sanders.
Huh?
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Pass incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
To throw is Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage.
That's a hell of a
Able
stop.
to knock that one away.
The kick by Parkey is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut it that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense.
Sorry about that.
You playing music?
Chipping into the lead.
Hey, just
Can you help us
instrumentals.
out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back.
You can't play the real shit, can you?
Nah,
And
yeah,
that'll carry it over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh,
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, They're trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now it's time out called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one?
I'm up 13-14.
Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now on 2nd and 13, Hurts. Got a man, that's Lazard. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's see what this DN gonna do, dog.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
There we go.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Ready?
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today. That was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it. And now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Oh,
Now
shit,
a third
bro.
down throw, but it misses the target.
Why is
Incomplete.
Matt Ryan
Critical
in the
play
game?
in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Murray now to throw.
Uh-oh, pick, baby.
And he's going to be intercepted for
Pick,
the
baby.
third time thus far. And the Falcons are going to take possession
Pick, baby.
of the football. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue when the game's going.
I'm now late night Cleveland shot slide on bitches. Post it.
Supposed to work my militia.
A give running right is Akers. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you
Problem.
say,
Okay, money
that
mo.
looks like a guy who
Problem.
knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to
There
the
we go,
coach?
baby.
He's in big trouble.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy
Well,
of
it's
the
hard to
end
beat.
zone. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
They don't get in their partner, but I don't think that's a bad thing for them, right? Just bleed the clock now, right? Take your time running your plays. And, yeah, you want to get into the end zone, but it wouldn't hurt if you did it another play or 2, right?
Well, exactly. You're nursing this small lead. Just don't fumble the football.
Just make sure you have ball security.
Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
What you did? You went 4 or 4?
Yeah, cut the 1-yard line. Then get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Davis. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Murray. Finding space at the 40. And some room to maneuver. Christian Watson, touchdown, New Orleans.
I let him score. He scored,
Christian
too.
Watson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. They'll turn to Sanders, and he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
And simple tip of the cap, the nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We get down in position, we were able to
Good catch, baby.
Score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow him to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another day.
Back to throw. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. He's back to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the
9 seconds
5 of the
left.
6. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing is Hurts.
I had somebody wide
A
open.
huge mistake late. It's intercepted.
Damn, I had
Picked
somebody
off by
wide open.
Caleb Farley.
Had somebody wide open.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort?